didn't.
What you said? Ji. Asya, you were saying something. Okay. Atika,
Sir, the baby is crying. That's why I mute the audio.
it's okay, it's okay. Can you speak now? What you wanted to say?
Sir, I didn't run any test yet.
Okay, you should have done it. Anyways, Atika, could you
Sir,
please
I will
read?
be free tomorrow, inshallah. I will
Inshallah.
done all my tests
Okay.
and I will watch all the videos tomorrow.
Okay, it's fine. Okay, Atika, could you please read what you have done here? Ji. Atika, am I audible? Okay, I will read it. Atika wrote that it is argued by some that advertisements are highly effective in convincing people to make purchases. However, others believe that due to the sheer volume of advertisements, they are largely ignored. This essay will examine both perspectives and also present my opinion. Atika, you should have, added this last statement with this paragraph, so it would have been better, right? Uh, this is how it should be done because in the introduction part you have to add your perspective. And another thing is that you are being asked to discuss the perspective as well as your own opinion. So you should have stated your opinion as well. You should have cited one of these two opinions. Either it should have been uh, related to the people agreement uh, regarding the advertisements, or it should have been otherwise. Anyways, on the one hand, many people think advertising still works well. Companies use smart techniques to get our attention. For example, showing us products on social media based on what we have searched for before. Furthermore, when we see famous people using a brand, we are often persuaded to buy it for ourselves. These matters make it very good, a very good body paragraph, Shabas. Then, on the other hand, some people argue that we are now tired of constant marketing because ads appear on our phones, TV, and streets. Many people have learned to look away. For instance, many people use skip commercials or use ad blockers. Very good. When something is too common, it becomes boring and people. Very good, a very good example. So, in my perspective, even though we try to ignore ads, they still affect us. Okay, we might not notice every single ad, but when we go to a shop we often choose a brand that we have seen. Very good, excellent. What you have done in the conclusion, let me see. In conclusion, although the high number of ads can be annoying to and easy to skip, they are still very successful at shaping our buying habits. Yes, excellent. You have done a good job, a very good job, right? Atika, I really liked, the way you have actually wrote your task too. And it is really good. I will give you a band aid for this one because you have very little mistakes or no mistakes, and then you have done, followed the overall structure as well as your language is okay, your, vocabulary is good. So it's a very good way to, write your essay, IELTS part two. Okay, let's move to our topic now. If you remember yesterday, we have talked about, IELTS speaking part one. Today we'll talk about, IELTS speaking part two, which is also known as, the individual long term, right? And, we will discuss. In this unit, you will learn how to analyze the long, term task. You will also learn making notes for the longer term, right? And along with that, you will also learn giving a comprehensive and original, organized long-term talk. which is very important because, if you are unable to talk in a comprehensive way or in an organized way. So, the examiner may not be very happy with you and you may not get a good grade, right? In your IELTS speaking part two. Okay. Here is an example of what an individual long-term tasks looks like, right? You'll be given a task card like this one, as you can see here, right? And along with that, you will have 1 minute to prepare. You can think about it, or you can make notes as you wish, right? And you will talk for 1 to 2 minutes continuously. The examiner will actually give you the instructions, and then you will be, asked to talk about it after your preparation time, which is 1 minute. I believe it's clear because we have already discussed the pattern of it, right? Now, what will a task card look like? It will look like this one, where there will be a topic given to you, describe a special occasion in your life, and then there will be some instructions about what you should be talking about. So you should say where this occasion took place, when it occurred, and who was there. And you will also be given further instructions such as explain how you felt on this special occasion, right? So these are actually, the the things which are related to your task which you will be speaking about. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you are given the task card, so what will happen? You will be asked to make notes, right? But it is not necessary. It's not the requirement that you must be making notes. It's totally up to you. If you can just read the task card and create things in your mind, that is totally fine. Nobody is gonna judge you. But if you want to make notes, that is an option available to you, right? You'll be given a page, you'll be given, a pencil, and you'll be asked if you want to write, you want to make notes, you can, right? Second thing, because when you make notes, so they can help you to focus on the topic. Because when you write things for yourself, it will definitely make you focused. So this is why most of the candidates they like to uh, what you can say they like to make these notes. As you can see here, an example. Asya, could you please read these notes for me?
High school.
Mhm.
Grading, sir.
Yes.
Not a school. Concert hall biggies. End of year. After exams. Am getting ready. Mum plus dad. Principal, friends, nervous, proud, got car.
You can see the candidate has written things for himself or herself in code words, right? It's not a plain language. And this is what you call making notes. You are not required to write sentences. If you start writing sentences, what will happen? It will take a lot of time. And when you'll be consuming a lot of time and you are having only 1 minute. So you in 1 minute you cannot write a lot of things. So instead of writing full sentences, what you can do is you can just write in code words. You can write in chunks, right? Just for your ease to answer the things easily and stay focused on what you are going to say when you will be speaking in those 1 to 2 minutes time. Is it clear? Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have any questions until this point, you can ask. G, do we have any questions? Okay, let's move ahead. Now look here. It's a practice activity. Read, this task card and then read all these, notes which are, made by different candidates, and then select one of the, notes which you think is the most, accurate way of making notes. Okay, you have 2 minutes to, tell me that, which of them is the best option for making notes, right? Okay, now tell me which of them is the right way to make notes?
C.
C. Why? Why not A? Why not B?
Because sir, as you explained it, we have to write in chunks. We don't have write in sentences, and we don't
Okay,
need to write to draw sun and hurt. We just give the required information. We have to mention things for our brainstorming. For example, what the toy was, and for example, what who gave it to you, how why it is important for you, and where you find it, etc.
very good. Yes, excellent. That's the reason. If you look here in the option A, sentences are written, right? So when you are writing sentences, it will consume a lot of time, and you don't have a lot of time while taking, making notes. Similarly, if you look here, although these symbols do represent certain things, but if you can say here, it's not organized. And when something is not organized, it means that it is very much probable that you may miss some of the information. You may not stay focused, right? Are you getting my point? But if you can look at, the option C, the third option, it is the most accurate, you can say response or option. And the reason for this being, the most accurate is that it not only talks about the things, but it also talks about it in a way which is organized as well as a candidate can stay focused. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, here we have another practice. You can take a pencil and a paper right now, right? I'm gonna give you 1 minute, right, to talk about, make notes regarding this one, right? This task card. So you have 1 minute to prepare for it, and your time starts now. Okay, time up. Asia, tell me what you have written on the piece of paper.
Sir, sir, I didn't write anything on the page yet because I only have laptop today and my bag is in the first floor and there are many guests on the first floor. That's why. But sir, I can answer it.
Okay, give me the answer. What you have, in your mind.
The most exciting experience in my life is coping coping fear of insects.
Mm-hmm.
It happened when I was lying on my bed and a centipede suddenly appeared in my bed. I was very afraid at that time, but I decided to I decided to not to fear from the centipede, and I grabbed the centipede from his back from its back, and I grab it and throw it out. And it was a very good experience for me. From this day, now I don't have any fear of any insects, any other kind of things. I didn't frighten of any insects and any animals now because I always cope my fear by facing the situation. I face the music always.
Okay. What else? We have only hardly talked about it for 1 minute. 1 minute.
Oh, sir, I forget it. I have to talk about 2 minutes.
Yes.
That's why.
You see, this is why preparation is really important. Practice is really important because it keeps you focused. You learn things and you realize what you need to do and what you don't need to do, right? Because you will forget things and things become complicated then. Okay, Atika, could you please answer the same question, the same cue card, the task card? Please unmute yourself and talk to us. Atika, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please talk about an exciting experience that you have had. Tell us when did it happen, where it happened, and who shared the experience with you.
Ji, how I answer it?
You can answer it the way you like it. We have been talking about it, that how should you answer?
Ji, the most exciting experience
Yes, yes.
I had last summer in July when I went
Mm-hmm.
in Nitya Gali.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I went with my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
It was exciting because it was my first time.
Mm-hmm. Your first
So,
time
Ji, that's
about,
it.
okay, your first time about what? Like first time of what? Going outside?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just look here. All the instructions are given. Even if you start talking about one of these options, right? One of these instructions, you will still have a lot of time. The first thing that you were talking, let's say, the most exciting experience that I have had, look at the sentence. It talks about past. So you could have said, I have had, right? Was last summer when I went out, to Natyagali with my family, for example. And, Nityagali is a very good place. You can talk about Nityagali. It's a very beautiful place in the south of Pakistan or in the north of Pakistan, right? Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, which is a province, and it attracts a lot of tourists every year. So when I went there, right, I saw that some of my maternal cousins were already there. They were, walking, let's say, in the you can say in the shopping centers of Natyagali. They were there, and it was quite a surprise when I saw them, and I shouted at them, and you can just call the names of one of your cousins, for example, Asma, hi, how are you? What are you doing here, right? And so on. And when they saw me, they were also like, oh my God, this is such a good, event, right? All of us are getting together, and it was not a pre-planned trip, but we afterwards we enjoyed a lot. We have had a lot of shopping. We went on hiking. Let's say you can talk about the pipeline trek, which was one of the famous, you can say, uh, famous portion of Natyagali, right? Famous part of Natyagali. And you can talk about many other things. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So it's not necessary that you should talk about only one thing. You can talk about multiple things. You can talk about the place, you can talk about the timing, you can talk about summers. You went there in summers. Why? Because summers are usually hot in Pakistan, and most of the people who are living in hot areas, they prefer to go to those northern areas which are considerably very cool, right? And people like to enjoy there. They like the weather there, they like the environment there, they like the jungles there, and so on, right? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Asia, have you learned it, how it should be answered?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Let's move ahead now. Okay. You should also focus on the grammar. That is really important. If you are not focusing on the language that you are using, so it is very probable that the examiner will give you low grades, right? Because after all, language, good grammar and good language really plays a very crucial role in your you can say in your speaking. It's not only limited to your writing or your reading, but it's also, it also expands to your speaking as well. If you're not, using good grammar, if you're not using good language, so ultimately you will not be comprehensible, right? People will not understand you. And if they don't understand you, definitely you're not going to get good grades. Right? So this is why it's very important. Now, here is the task card again, right? Describe a special occasion in your life. You should say what, where this occasion took place, when it occurred, right? So the timing, the exact time, who was there, right? And explain how you felt on this special occasion, right? So there are some of the example phrases that you can talk about when you are beginning your task card turn. You can say, I would like to talk about, and then you can talk about a special occasion of your life. Asia, could you please talk about it? Is there any special occasion? Use this phrase and then tell me. Asia, are you there? Ji, are you there?
Mm, a special, okay. I'd like to talk about a special occasion in my life when when visit I visit to Madam Jabba from the university side for a conference. This conference is held on Madam Jabba PC Hotel, and I'd like to tell you about the arrangement of the occasion of the event. Um, Everything is arranged very in very well mannered. I I like the arrangement of the stop. I'm going to talk about the one of the professor uh, speech.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the professor present his speech and about the culture of his area of his village. Then he played a song and present his culture through dance. And I am very inspired from his dance because he present his whole culture in just one dance.
Mm-hmm.
And 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 this dance is rich of culture, and I enjoyed and I enjoyed a lot because after the conference we joined a buffet system. Every meal or dish is very delicious. I drink many kind of juices
Mm-hmm.
and many fast food, also desi food. After all of these events and eating, I go outside from the PC hotel. I join the zip line, and I
All
enjoy the
right.
zip line. I also
All
enjoy the
right. You have
nature.
you have talked a lot, but you should be very mindful when you are speaking, you should be very mindful of your language. You are making a lot of linguistic mistakes, language mistakes, specifically, mistakes related to your grammar. It's really important when you say on, in, by, etc., etc., right? So again, prepositions, the use of prepositions is very important. Secondly, you could have used only one of these, right? For example, I would like to talk about, or I would like to tell you about, or I am going to talk about, right? Or a special occasion that I have had is this, or then you can talk about, the occasion or the experience, right? So this is how you talk about it. You could have just talked about, your brother's marriage, by the way, that it was uh, a beautiful occasion. The occasion, a special occasion that I would like to talk about is, for example, is my brother's wedding, right? Uh, he he recently got married, and he is, the only brother. For example, you can just make up things. Nobody's gonna care about it, right? You can make up things that he is the only brother of, let's say, two or three sisters, right? And we were really excited from the day one. About his marriage, right? And it recently took place, right? We have booked a hall for him, a wedding hall, let's say in the Swat Township, for example. You can name the place wherever you have booked the hall. The hall was very, fancy, and it was very good, right? And it recently occurred, and all the family members, they gathered there, right? Everyone was there. Everyone was so happy. Everyone was so delighted. Everyone was so excited. You can say things like these, right? And then when everybody was dancing, they were so happy. I was so happy, and I was wearing the most, you can say the most charming dress of my life, right? Which I have actually specially prepared for this occasion, right? And everyone was calling me this or that. You can make up things. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So don't be disheartened. It's only the beginning. You can practice, and with more practice, you can actually learn more, right? You
Okay.
can talk to each other. In fact, I would recommend both of you, since both of you are, friends now, you can call each other every evening and talk to each other in English, right? And if you do it for 15 minutes every day, I am, damn sure that within 1 month you will improve a lot, right? Your speech will get fluent, your, language mistakes will disappear slowly and gradually, but it will disappear. Your vocabulary would improve, right? So this is how it should be done. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Atika, are you there? Bachi, it's clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Is there any special occasion that you want to talk about? Yes.
Sirji, I would like to tell about a special occasion in my life,
Mm-hmm.
which was my cousin wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, It took a place in October at the Pearl Continental Hotel in
Mm-hmm.
Peshawar.
Mm-hmm.
All of my family, relatives, and friends were there.
Mm-hmm.
I felt really happy and on that day.
Okay. Okay, fine. But you have only stated one sentence for each, these instructions. You could have prolonged it, right? And how you can prolong your answers, we are going to discuss in the coming, slides, okay?
Okay, sir.
Now, look here. Talk organization. It's really important how you can say more, right? How can you say more? How can you add more to whatever you are going to talk about? So, describe a special occasion in your life. So, describe where the occasion took place, right? When it happened, the place and the time, right? In general, you call it setting. You can say in the dictionary of literature, you call it setting. Who was there? And explain how you felt on this occasion. Now look at this. candidate's response. Asia, could you please read the response for me? Ji, Asia, could you please read this response?
Okay, sir. Mm. The graduation, a candidate's response. The graduation ceremony was held in a concert.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Asia, we cannot hear you. Could you please?
I'm sorry, sir. Mm, I already speak to our school scholars, sir. I'll start again.
Okay, reread it.
Okay. The graduation ceremony was held in a concert hall near my school. This hall was chosen because of its size. It's really big, so there was enough room for all our family members and friends to attend. We couldn't have the ceremony at our school because there wasn't really enough space for everyone. The ceremony was held in our final week of school. We had finished all our exams, so we were just hanging around, chatting, packing up our stuff, that sort of thing. We have to have a rehearsal on the day before the graduation itself. The teachers told us where to stand and where to walk on stage, things like that. We we were also given our graduation gowns that we would wear the next day. I remember there were bright blue and red, our school's colors. On the day of the
Okay,
graduation,
okay, now stop here. As you can see here, almost the candidate has answered where, when, and who. As you can see, where, so it's in the concert hall, right? When, so in our final week of school, right? Who was there? So all the family members and friends, right? And the teachers, they were there, right? So, but then how he or she felt, right? So this is being talked later. But along with this, a lot of other things have been talked about, like why, for example, the city hall was chosen, right? Why they went to the concert hall, for example. So this was not even required, but you have to say something. And to say something, just try to make up things. Are you getting my point? Are you
yes, sir.
getting it? Okay, read further.
On the day of the graduation, all of the girls in my year went to the hairdresser in the morning to get their hair done. Being a guy, I didn't need to do that. Instead, my mom made me a big breakfast and then we got ready to go to the ceremony. Just before we got in the car, my father gave me a small box, but he told me that I couldn't open it until after the ceremony.
Okay, look
I thought,
here, look
yes,
here.
sir.
This paragraph is not even relevant, because he is talking about the girls as usual, right? All the boys they talk about girls, right? So he says that all the girls in my year they went to the hairdresser because are obsessed. Anyways, it's just on a lighter note. But he's talking about girls, which is not even required. But he's talking about them, right? Because those girls were also present, and he said that they went to the hairdresser in the morning to get their hair done, right? To probably to a salon, let's say, right, or to hairdresser. And the Western culture, usually, yes, the girls they go to the hairdressers and they make their hairs, right? In Pakistan, I don't know, yes, the ladies they do go to salons and make their hair, but they do not cut them usually. uh, I don't know, probably you do. But this is the general perception. But anyways, so all the girls they went to the hairdresser. It's not something relevant, but he is talking about it because it's at the occasion, and the occasion, everything is related to the occasion. And this is why these sentences or this extension is also related. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, he is also talking about the mom, right? My mom made me a big breakfast. It's not even required, but he's talking about it. Why? Because it's related to that day. So anything related to that day, you can talk about it. Clear? This is how you actually extend. Now, we are not sure. We don't know whether the girls really went to the hairdresser, whether his mom really made him a big breakfast or not. We don't know. Whether his father really gave him a small box and was told that he should not open it until, after the ceremony. The boy might have, made the things up, but he has said anyways. And, this is what counts, right? Okay, read further.
I can't really remember much about the ceremony. It seemed to go really quick. I can remember shaking the principal's hand and getting my high school diploma. I felt really proud at that moment. I can also remember looking out into the audience and seeing my mom crying.
You see? Now, in the end, he's talking about his feelings. I can't remember much about the ceremony, but the only thing that he remembers is, looking up to his father, right, who was crying, right, and he was, feeling proud, and stuff like that. So this is how you actually answer your question, and this is how you actually extend your answer. Is it clear? Okay. Now,
Yes, sir.
another way, here is a technique. If you want to say more, extend your answer, there is a method, we call it prep method. Method means a point when you make your point and then give reason, or you make your point and then give example, and in the end you restate whatever you have stated before. So this is a method which you can use in your IELTS speaking to extend your answer. For example, you have made a point about something, about the ceremony, then you give reason why you went there, right? Then you give examples that people usually go to ceremonies. For example, in my country, people are celebrating a lot of ceremonies. There is Eid Milad al Nabi, for example. There is course of different Sufis, scholars, Sufi scholars, and there is wedding ceremonies. There are let's say farewell parties in the in the educational institutions and so on. You can talk about a lot of things, right? And then in the end you also restate your point that why you went there and what happened on that day. Is it clear? Now, could you please read for me this candidate's response where we have the answer plus reason, the P and R, perspective. Could you read it aloud for me?
The graduation ceremony was held in a concert hall near my school. This hall was chosen because of its size. It's really big, so there was enough room for all our family members and friends to attend. We couldn't have the ceremony at our school because there wasn't really enough space for everyone.
As you can see here, this statement was there. He went to the concert hall. And then the reason why the concert hall was chosen. So this is the BR, perspective, prep, right? Can you read the second one?
Ceremony was held in our final week of school. We'd finished all our exams, so we were just hanging around, chatting, packing up our stuff, that sort of things.
Right. The ceremony, it happened in the final week, right? And then the example, right? We finished all our exams, right? So after the exam, what happens? You are just hanging around. You are just having fun, right? You're just chatting, packing up, your stuff and that sort of things. So these are the things which happens. And it's a very typical response by a candidate. And you can also respond in the same way. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So I believe, yes, here are a few, prompts that I will share with you after the class, right? You can use these prompts, you can use these cue cards, and then you can try answering them, right? Take a preparation time of 1 minute. You can have your stopwatch or your timer by you, and then you can, speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And again, you should have a timer stopwatch with you so that you can notice yourself whether you are able to talk for 1 to 2 minutes or not, right? So this is how this activity should be done. I will share this right after the class so that you should be able to practice at home as well. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, another very important thing is how can you end your talk? So to end your talk, I mean the individual long run, the part two, the cue card part. You can talk about all the things that you have said, and then in the end, you can signal that this is the end of my talk. So you can say, anyway, it was the best occasion of my life, for example, right? It was the best day of my life, for example. You can also say, so in the end, I would like to say, or all in all, it was a very nice day. It was a very eventful day, or so on, right? Finally, I would like to say that, it was the day of my life, for example. Or to finish off the things, I would reiterate whatever I have said before that, this occasion was really exciting for me. You can use all these phrases just to tell the examiner that you have actually reached, your ending of the talk. And this will tell the examiner, this will give him or her the idea that you are very organized when you are talking about things, right? So this will go in your favor as you do the same in your IELTS writing part, where when you are writing your conclusion, you say to sum up or to discuss the things or to summarize or in conclusion and so on. So those are the words which actually signals that you are now into the final section of your IELTS writing. Same is the case here. Is it clear? Is it clear or
Yes, sir.
not? All right. So that's all about it for today's lecture. The long term, individual long term, or cue card or task card, whatever part you call it, you want to call it, you can call it, right? If you have any questions related to today's lecture, you can ask. Is there any
Sir,
question?
I don't have any question.
Okay, I believe it's clear and you have learned how should you be answering, the the individual long-term task. And
Yes,
I'll
sir, but
speaking.
I will practice it. I will know that what are weak points of mine.
Yes, definitely. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll be practicing section 1 and section 2, both of these tasks. And you should have your pen and, notebook by you. Today I accepted your excuse, but tomorrow I will not gonna accept it, okay?
Okay, sir.
Ji. And another thing, important thing is that you should also do your writing tasks because if I do not give you the feedback, you will not know where are your mistakes, where are you making mistakes, right? What are your weak points? So for they to learn, you should also, share your written scripts with me so that I can or we can mutually be able to find your, weak points and we can improve them, right?
Okay,
So
sir.
do that as well. I believe the ceremony is over now. Now you should come back to your real life, I should say, or normal life, right?
Yes, sir.
Enjoying is over. Now come back to the business, okay?
Okay, sir.
Mhm. Atika, is there any question from you? I believe there is none. So that's all about it for today. And again, the last thing that I want to mention is that we'll be taking the class at the same time, okay? Throughout this week till the end of the class, right?
Okay, sir.
So the class will be at 2:30. Is that it?
Okay, sir.
All right. See you inshallah tomorrow. Have a good day and Allah Hafiz.
Okay, sir.